if we planted more trees, how long would it take to suck up all the carbon emissions? Well, that is a good question, but it's going to take a long time for us to suck up all these carbon emissions, basically. So let me show you this diagram here. 1 second. So this shows how much we've emitted since the Industrial Revolution, when we started burning coal for things like trains and industry. And the 1800 to 1900, we didn't really burn that much, just a few billion, just 2 billion tons, which does sound a lot. It is a lot, but compared to what we're doing today, it wasn't that much. Whereas, as you can see here, we have gone up to 35 billion tons of greenhouse gases in the form of burning coal, oil, and gas. So that's a lot. And as you can see, it's increasing very fast. And we basically need to stop this. That's the main message. So basically, we need to get rid of this 35 billion tons that we've put up into the atmosphere. And we would need trillions of trees, literally trees everywhere to do this, which would take decades. So basically, the thing we need to do is to stop burning coal and oil, because coal is basically ancient trees which have been crushed down into a very small area. And it's a really good way to store carbon. There is no better way to store carbon. So we need to leave the coal in the ground and the oil. So we need to fly less and drive less if we can, because oil is just ancient fish from millions and millions of years ago, which have turned into oil under very high pressure under the Earth's surface. So it's got lots of carbon in it. So we need to stop burning as much petrol as possible. Now, it's not all bad news. Like growing trees does definitely help, because a tree stores a lot of carbon for a few decades. But when that tree dies, then the carbon it rots and then it goes back up into the atmosphere. But while the tree is there, that's a good store of carbon. So planting trees is definitely a good thing. There are other things like marine plants, like seagrass, that can store a lot of carbon for a long time period. So there are lots of options, and hopefully we'll make up some new options to help us. But the first thing we need to do, stop burning coal and stop burning oil. Okay, thanks a lot for the question.